Hi, thank you for checking out my video. Today I'm going to go over how to apply press-on nail tips. I'm going over two different methods. I have glue and also sticky tabs. So the first step is to push back your cuticles. If you order nails from me, it comes with everything you need, including this little cuticle pusher. You want to use the flattened side to push back all of your cuticles. Then you can go in with the buffer. You want to use the rough side to buff up the nails. You don't want to see any shine, and you want to make sure you get close to your cuticle as well for the best adhesion. Next, you want to use the included nail file to shape your nails. You can also use this little nail file to get in the corners on the surface of your nail by your cuticles, just to make sure that you get rid of any skin that might be left from pushing back the cuticle. Take the included alcohol prep pad and wipe off each nail plate. Make sure that you get rid of all of the dust and especially any oils. After that, you're ready to apply your nails. I strongly recommend working one at a time. If you're using the sticky tabs, you want to make sure that you use a sticky tab that's going to cover all of the nail. You can either apply the sticky tab to the press-on itself, or you can apply it directly to your nail first. I prefer to apply it to the press-on. Just peel it off and then stick it onto the press-on, making sure that you get it as close to the edge as possible to make sure that when you stick it onto your nail, you have a nice and tight seal. Something else that helps with adhesion is if you rub the sticker, the glue sticker, while it still has the outer covering on, it kind of heats up the glue and makes it a little bit more malleable so that when you stick it on, it goes on nice and smooth. Then peel off the cover and stick it to your nail starting from the cuticle side. You want to line up the nail, press down the cuticle portion first, and then press forward towards the free edge of your nail. If you're using the nail glue, you do need a pair of scissors, so the nail glue will come completely sealed. You do have to cut the tip off. Make sure that the glue is actually coming out. If you need to, you can cut off a little bit more. Then apply it to your natural nail. You can use the glue tip as kind of a brush almost, and make sure you have glue covering your entire natural nail. Try to get close to the cuticle as close as possible without actually getting it onto your skin. Definitely work one nail at a time. You don't want this drying out between nails. Once you have the glue on your nail, apply just a little bit of extra to the press-on nail. And then you want to stick it on your natural nail the same way. You want to start at the cuticle end and press forward towards the free edge. With this glue, it does need to be held for at least 15 seconds for it to dry. It might take a little bit longer depending on the climate, but make sure that you're waiting long enough before releasing pressure to make sure that it's completely dried. And that's the application process. If you are looking to remove your nails, best bet is to soak them in warm soapy water. I add a little bit of baby oil, but you can use cuticle oil as well. This just helps release the glue and also is good for your hands. They should start peeling off on their own, but you can help them out a little bit by pulling. If it's not coming off really easily, keep them in the warm water, peel it off a little bit at a time, and let the water and soap and oil get in between your nail and the press-on. You really don't want to pull too hard to avoid damaging your own nail. Just be patient. These nails are reusable, which is why press-ons are such a great thing to consider if you like changing your nail sets often. If there's a little bit of the sticky tab or glue left on the nail, you can keep your hand in the soapy water and peel off any of the glue. If there's still a little bit of sticky tab or glue left on the actual press-on nail, you can just rub off the sticky tab in the warm water The glue you can buff off with the buffer, but it's not really needed. You can reapply glue over it. Then just make sure to remove all the water, and your nails are ready to use again. If you have a little bit of glue on your natural nail, you can also just take the buffer and buff that away. And that's the application and removal process. Thanks for stopping by. Please make sure to check out my socials linked over here and my Etsy if you'd like to order from me. Thank you. Bye.